Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I'm Jalen, and today we're going to be reading Proverbs 3 and 4. Hopefully it won't be too long. So let's go right ahead. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart. So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. It shall be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bones. Honor the Lord with the substance, and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies. In all things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. The Lord by wisdom hath founded the earth, by understanding hath he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths are broken up, and the clouds drop down the dew. My son, let not them depart from thine eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion. So shall they be life unto thy soul, and grace to thy neck. Then shalt thou walk in thy way safely, and thy foot shall not stumble. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy shall be sweet. Be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. For the Lord shall be the confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due, when it is in the power of thine hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give, when thou hast it be thee. Devise not evil against thy neighbor, seeing he dwelleth securely by thee. Strive not with a man without cause, if he have done thee no harm. Envy thou not to the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the froward is abomination unto the Lord, but this secret is with the righteous. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. Surely he scorneth the scorners, but he giveth grace unto the lowly. The wise shall inherit glory, but shame shall be the promotion of fools. With verse 5, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. It's pretty self-explanatory. Don't trust what's in your heart. Trust what's in God's heart, because our heart is deceiving. It has all these emotions and everything, and emotions are a beautiful gift from God, but they can also deceive us. That's why there's another verse in the Bible, I can't remember where, but it talks about the heart is very deceiving, and the heart is very deceiving, and it's true. The heart is very deceiving, and the heart can just be, it's just not a good thing to always rely on. So pretty much this chapter, Proverbs 3, it talks about keeping God's commandments in our heart. And by doing so, it grants us peace and eternal life. Because when we keep the commandments in our heart deep down, then we're gonna use them. We're going to live by them. You will find favor in God and man by doing these things. By finding wisdom, one is truly happy, because it is better than any riches. Walking in God's path will not cause you to stumble. And the froward is an abomination to God. And the froward pretty much means the sinful, the wicked, and all that stuff. It's an abomination to do those things and to act that way. But God still loves you. It's just a sin that is an abomination, not you in particular. So I don't want y'all to get confused about that. And when hard times come, trust in the Lord and he will protect you. God will not give you anything that you cannot handle. And God will not do anything that will harm you. In Jeremiah 29:11, I'm pretty sure it talks about how God has a plan for you for welfare and not for destruction, or not for anything negative. Anything that God puts in front of you, he's going to make it into a positive. It's going to build you up. It's going to build that character up. Obviously, he has to break you down and everything. That's why sometimes it hurts our heart whenever we're going through things. Whenever we follow God and start to follow God, sometimes it genuinely hurts, because it's all those sinful and dark things inside of us that he has to strip off of us. And that's why it hurts our soul so much by him doing that. But it makes us better in the end. And that's why we always can trust him even when it's hard. And sometimes I'm guilty of this as well. I'm very guilty of this. I trust in my own ability instead of God's. And by doing that, I pretty much withhold my own blessing by putting God to the side. And I'm just like, I got it myself. I know what I'm doing. I think my plan is better, but it's actually not. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to cause my own destruction by doing so, and have to not restart the process, but do the process all over again in a way. So chapter 4, Proverbs chapter 4. Hear ye children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also, and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of my life shall be many, of thy life shall be many. I have taught thee in the way of wisdom, I have led thee in the right paths. When thou goest, thy steps shall not be straitened, and when thou runnest, thou shalt not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction, let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Enter not in the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they have caused some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of blood of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not what they stumble. My son, attend to my words. Incline thine ear to my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes. Keep them in the midst of thine heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep thy heart with all diligence. For out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a froward mouth and perverse lips. Put far from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. So with Proverbs chapter 4, I want to start talking about, for chapter 4, I want to start talking about verse 2. It says, for I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. So pretty much these words from Solomon is the law of life that we should live by, that we should keep tender in our heart, that we should hold dearly. Like in the last chapter, it talked about these are better than rubies, these are better than gems. That's how we should treat these words. By attaining wisdom and understanding, we shall not stumble. Because God is wisdom and understanding, well, the fear of God is wisdom and understanding, and living by his word is also that. he is light. So by walking in the light, we will not stumble on anything when walking. We can see everything. But if we walk a sinful and wicked path, we will stumble on everything. And since that wicked and evil path is darkness, we won't see what we're stumbling on. That's my favorite verse out of this. So we shall hold these gifts dear and live by them. These gifts being understanding and wisdom. The just receive honor and glory and will not stumble by exalting these words. Exalting means like holding to a high standard, like a high degree. Again, in the other chapter, it said to keep it in thine heart. And again, I already talked about about verse 19. The way of the wicked is darkness. They know not what they stumble on. The wicked only rest when they cause mischief and cause others to fall. Because of this, we should not even look at the path of the wicked. Whenever we're going to be confronted by evil and sin, which is going to happen, we can't not be confronted by it. We just have to say no and turn around and not even consider it. And when we do consider it, and when we do think about it, we have to remember what God is telling us. And Solomon in particular, talking about how we should not forsake his words in this chapter. And so we should ponder our next move. In doing so, this shows us all the right paths. This shows us even the bad paths. Like, this shows us everything once we actually think about and ponder. When we're pondering the situation, this gives us the full perspective. We see every path, the bad ones, the good ones, all of it, once we start to stop and think. Thank you guys for attending my little Bible study summary, Bible study thingy. I really appreciate you guys, and have a blessed one, my beloved.